Yes, people, myself, TS, welcome back to another No Filter TS. And in this one, just talking about Arsenal's 0-0 draw with Newcastle. And it was what it was, two sides in the top four, Arsenal at the top, Newcastle currently in third. And, the first half, 5-10 minutes, I really thought Arsenal really started well. I thought we could have potentially gone a couple goals up, but it just weren't to be. And, the longer the game went on, the more Newcastle, time wasted, I've seen someone say they played the ref like a piano and, weren't really far from that. I think the main chance for Arsenal was that Eddie Nketiah chance late on in the game. I'm seeing some people give him slack for that. At the end of the day, he got his shot off. His shot was on target. It was saved by the goalkeeper. That's the fact of the matter. When it comes to Eddie, I've said that we all, well, maybe not we all, but I know at the moment this guy isn't a 30 goal, 25 plus, 20 goal plus striker for us, but he comes in and does a job. So far since he's come in, in 3 games he's got 2 goals. He was unfortunate with that chance, but I thought other than that, some of his build-up play, some of the way he was spinning defenders, dropping deep to kind of get the ball to kind of get a run on the defender, I thought that was good. I think the fact that we didn't make more changes off the bench maybe might have been a concern. Obviously, I've seen some people say that maybe, Arteta should have, when he brought on Tomiyasu, maybe just said, F it, Tomiyasu, Saliba, Gabriel, you lot sit as a free and, let Zinchenko push more forward or, make another change and, try for a 2 up top. Or at the end of the day, from the way the game was going, it looked like the only team that were potentially going to score was us. So I think, maybe us trying to throw the kitchen sink at it and potentially getting caught on the break when they brought on the likes of, a St. Maximin, it probably wouldn't have been the smartest of moves. When it comes to the penalties, now the handball one, on another day it could be given, but I can see why it wasn't. But the pool, hands down penalty. It's not to say we would have scored the penalty, but it's definitely a goal scoring opportunity. And, how that's, not given a penalty, you can say, okay, the ref maybe didn't get the opportunity to see it. But, how VAR hasn't said that's a penalty is ridiculous. So, for me, it is what it is. We move on now to our next games. And, it just means that the next games are must-win games. So, that's it for me. I'm not going to say, it's the beginning of the end and that. No, we all know that the club need to, we need to bolster the options in the squad. But it's really down now to see what they're going to do. Mudryk seems to be the main guy. But at the same time, we got the likes of, Smith Rowe coming back from injury soon as well. So it's really dependent on what the club wants to do. In my personal opinion, I think we need definitely another midfielder backup to Partey. Not to disrespect Elneny, but in the position we're in now, we really just need to push on and try to get this title over the line in January with making the right signings, and then another attacking option that can be a winger, just to be a backup to the Martinellis and Sakas, because yes, Vieira can play on the right, but Arteta didn't trust him enough to bring him on yesterday. He hasn't really trusted Marquinhos enough to give him minutes. He put a youngster on the bench. He's put a couple of youngsters on the bench recently. He's had Kozia Dubry at times. He's also had Butler, Oyadeji. He hasn't seemed to turn to them either. So, reinforcements definitely needed. You take the positives from it. I thought we played relatively well. Just weren't thriving in the end in the final third. And it is what it is. We just got to move on. Is it FA Cup next week? And then we move on to the Tottenham game. So, disappointing with the referee's performance. But it is what it is. I always say football, I try not to blame referees too much, but, that was a definite error from the refereeing side of things in terms of VAR. But I always say that, treat football like boxing. You see boxers say, I don't want the fight to be judged by the judge's scorecard. I want to get my opponent out of there. And that's just what we got to do. These decisions will go against you. So go out there in your next game and turn over whoever it is you're playing. And then no matter what VAR decisions don't go our way, we've done our job. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it all. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you haven't already done so, go hit the subscribe button now. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.